this is personally my opinion, and basically when you're having a relationship basically with somebody, when it comes to basically this episode 3 of No Freaking Way, I Am Unless, and this is a rant kind of review, and I want to say this since that. I want to personally want to say here is basically is that when you're in a relationship based with somebody or anything like that, I mean, you have no business saying like you can't hang out with a person like with your friend or basically somebody else or something like that, or basically whatever, and stuff like that. If you're in a relationship basically kind of like that, that's not a relationship. It's not. Because if your spouse or your husband or whoever, your boyfriend you were saying, or your girlfriend is saying like, I don't want you hanging out, I don't want you doing this, I don't want you doing that, that's kind of like being a controlling kind of situation, kind of like a jealousy kind of based on the situation. I think Rinku did the right thing by slapping Mai basically on the face, because I think the reason why she did that, because her sister was seeing what was going on. And that was kind of very disrespectful, because when a family walks in and see that kind of stuff, and now her sister knows what's going on, and that's what Rinka really actually did. She slapped Maya really across the face and stuff like that. I personally want to say here is basically that I do like Maya as a character, I really do, but I think that she is basically kind of like a forceful basically kind of character, because she likes to force situations onto somebody that wants to have love or just to have pleasure, which is to have the pleasure with somebody. For one, what love can be dangerous, and it can be dangerous, and it can be in other ways that some people may like it based in a pleasure kind of way, or maybe in other different ways and stuff like that. Number 2, love should be used as just for love, not just as for pleasure or for dirty deeds or anything like that. And number three, love should be respected, and it should be respected no matter what. It should be respected no matter what. I want to say here, if I've been through a lot of relationships. I have my fair share. And stuff like that. Sometimes they were good, sometimes they were bad. My most successful relationship I ever had was basically with my ex, which me and her are basically not together anymore. But we're still talking. We still care about each other. She's always been my first. If you guys don't want to talk about, I'm talking about Alice and stuff like that. But the problem that I have basically with her is stuff like that is the jealousy kind of action and stuff like that, because she gets jealous because like, oh, I see you looking at that girl. I think you like that girl from the anime. I think you like that girl from the movie. Blah 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 blah. And it really kind of annoys me, and it feels like that she really doesn't trust me, and that's what a person just feels like. So that's what I kind of picture from Mai. It seems like she's kind of like a jealousy kind of person, because it feels that she doesn't really trust Rika really actually a lot, because when Rika was just based with her friend, because she just wants to be with her friend, that's what she really wants. I think Rika has every right to be very upset and to slap her right across the face, because her own sister saw what was going on. I'm not going to say in the details right like that, but I would basically definitely will say it's something that I think that it was just not right. It was wrong to me. I thought it was just very, very wrong and stuff like that. Because if you see a family member walked in on you, you're having fun, doing your own thing and stuff like that with your girlfriend, your wife, or whoever it is, or something like that, whoever it is, and the family walks in and stuff like that. That's kind of like, I'm not saying that's kind of a disrespectful basic kind of a moment, but that just basically just tells you, that the family, that your own sister or your own brother, or whoever it is, they know what actually is basically what's going on. And sometimes people will feel ashamed and stuff like that. Say like, maybe I should feel ashamed that I am gay, maybe I should feel ashamed that I am. I'm not saying that's for me, I'm saying that's for other different people. It doesn't really matter who you basically love. I do support that. My family doesn't support it, but I basically do, because it doesn't really matter. I've even always says like, you do your own thing, whatever makes you happy, that makes you happy. If you're in love with a guy, you're in love with a guy. If you're in love with a girl, you're in love with a girl. If you're in love with if you're a girl, you're in love with a guy. If you're a guy, you're in love with a girl. It doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't really matter to me. But I don't like the fact that people should be shamed because a girl loves a girl or a guy loves a guy. That's their own relationship. That's their own thing. That's really what they really definitely do like. But I don't like the fact. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but this is just my opinion. But I just want to say this as basically as in respectful kind of manner. I don't want people to really to think that having a pleasure moment with somebody is not a good thing. That's my opinion. That's what I definitely think. I mean, feel free to disagree with me or anything like that. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I really am not. I'm being very honest about my opinion. I'm not trying to downplay anybody for whatsoever. If anyone thinks I did, I apologize. But I personally wanted to say here, basically that. But when I see from basically this episode, I see is just really, really worried about a lustful kind of situation. Basically, a kind of like a blessing of a situation means that she wants a blessing of a relationship with basically somebody. Means that what I mean basically is that she wants to feel blessed to have someone basically in her life, but she wants more to it than that. But you have to understand, Rico basically on the other hand, she wants to just to be friends, but she doesn't want to be forced into a relationship and saying like I don't want you hanging out with nobody else. I want you hanging around me. That's a forceful kind of situation. That's a controlling kind of situation. I don't want to go out with somebody basically like that, saying like control me and tell me I can't do this, I can't do that, and stuff like that. And I'm not allowed to do all those things. I'm a man. I'm 43 years old. I love watching anime. I love watching movies. I love playing games. I really do. I have a lot of different general things I like to do. I like to feel more at freedom of some of the things I like to do. Do I want to have a relationship with somebody? To be honest with you, no, I don't want to, because it's not good for my health. Because it's really not. I couldn't deal with it anymore. I couldn't deal with it anymore. I think relationships can be healthy or can be unhealthy. It really depends. It really depends on the person, and it really depends on the person. Like if they really do want a relationship, or basically do not. But that is your choice. That is your choice. If you choose that, if you really want that relationship, but you have to understand the ideas and the wants and stuff like that. What they want for a person. Take as for Rinku based for herself. She just wants to be as friends. She doesn't want to rush into a relationship, because that's how relationships just kind of like they're kind of bind together, but then break down that bridge. If you don't keep that bridge just like that, the bridge is gonna break. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. The bridge is called the bridge of love. If you break that bridge of love, it's just gonna break. Everything falls apart and basically stuff like that. And I kind of want to say here is basically that I don't want people to really think that I'm being weird or anything like that. But it doesn't really matter who you're in love with or anything like that. That if you're in love with a girl who you really love, that's your choice. If you're in love with a guy, that's your choice. I'm not gonna disrespect or anyone or anything like that. But if it comes into a place of like a lustful kind of situation, to me, in my own view, I think that's kind of too far. That's what I definitely do. That's what I definitely think. That's my opinion. I mean, feel free to disagree with me, but I really want people to understand. Love somebody who you really want to love somebody. But don't love somebody just for pleasure and for lust. That's what I'm trying to say here. I mean, feel free to disagree with me, but like I said, I do apologize that if some people may think I said that in the wrong way or anything like that. but that's just what I feel. I want to have a relationship with somebody who I love, who I respect. I don't want to be in a relationship where I just want to worship the person because I want to have a lustful relationship or a pleasure relationship, because I really don't want that. I really don't want that. I want to be in love with somebody because I want to be uniquely in love with somebody. Because if you don't have that uniquely in love, and you don't have that, and you're just going to have this lustful and pleasure and all those other different kinds of things in your life, that's not a good thing. That's really not. That's just my opinion. But like I said before, I apologize, but that people may want to get upset with me because I'm saying that, because that's just my own terministics from what I basically definitely see, and basically that's what I definitely see. Do I have very good experience with relationships? To be honest with you, yes. Sometimes relationships are very successful, sometimes they're not. And I will personally tell Rinko and Maya, so you both have to really understand, if you're going to get along, you have to get along with each other. You're going to have to fix the situation. If you cannot fix that situation, like I said before, if that bridge of love right there, if that bridge of love breaks, it comes all falling down. It comes all falling down. So it's basically hard. It's basically hard. It's kind of like you're like, you have one positive and one negative, but you want to make it positive. That's what you really want to do, and you got to have that positive right there. Like I said before, that bridge of love. If that bridge of love breaks, everything falls apart. Everything falls apart, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. That's a bad thing. That's a really bad thing. That's not a good situation. I don't think anybody should not be in that situation. I don't want to be in that situation. And basically and stuff, basically with my health and stuff like that, I can't deal with relationships anymore. I can't do it. I don't have the time to do it. I don't have time to fix the situation, and basically stuff like that. I don't want people to really think, I chose this because this is what I want to do. I chose this because I feel like my health was scaring me. That's my opinion. That's what I definitely do think. But I can't be in a relationship with somebody that controls me and just tells me what to do. I can't do this. I'm not allowed to do that. I'm sorry. I sound like repeating myself. But I want to have a relationship with somebody who I trust. But if that person really don't trust me, then there's no point for me to have that relationship with that kind of person. I'm sorry, but that's just my opinion. That's what I definitely think. But I still will say again, I do apologize that for my opinion, because I want people to really understand. This is the whole purpose of basically one of my videos, is that that you agree or disagree with me, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm fine with people disagreeing with me. I'm fine with people agreeing with me, and I'm fine with people who give me criticism. This basic stuff, basic stuff. And I just want people to understand. I want people to see, not just from my point of view, but just to understand where I'm coming from and what I definitely do see, and basically in those different aspects. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for this interview. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys agree with some of the things I said, or something like that, or you guys disagree with me? What are you guys thoughts about Rinku and Mai being a couple? I really don't think they really should be a couple, because I really don't want to see that in a forceful kind of situation, because I feel like Rinku is not comfortable with Mai. But that's my opinion. I think Rinku should be more open about what kind of person that you want, but not in a forceful situation. But yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs up. Doesn't matter to me. And please leave a comment below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember, I love you guys. Please stay. And remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.